Mix 106.5, Sammy Lucas and Yumi Steins. Sammy is away sick today, partly cloudy, 22 in the city, 24 in our west. Now, Yumi, yesterday, you and Sammy got to catch up with David Copperfield.
Yeah, the world's most famous magician, the most successful magician, the guy that young magician boys want to turn out to be when they grow up, and of course, Claudia Schiffer's ex-boyfriend. So we started off by asking him to tell us about Project Magic.
Project Magic is a program that I brought to Australia many years ago, and still going strong. And Jack Daniels, my friend, has been doing an amazing job in the hospitals there, using magic as a form of therapy for people with disabilities, where magic is actually taught to the patients to help them regain their dexterity and their coordination by learning sleight of hand, in addition to boosting the patient's self-esteem by giving them a skill that an able-bodied person doesn't have. And it's been going on for, almost 30 years now in about 1,000 hospitals in 30 countries around the world.
Speaking of all things therapeutic, I just Googled to see what you've been up to recently. And one of the first things that came up is this island that you bought in the Caribbean, which apparently contains the Fountain of Youth. If I go there and bathe in the water, will I come home looking 10 years younger?
I think that's for sure. But scientifically, I'm not sure of it yet. But I think emotionally, you definitely will feel 10 years younger, that's for sure.
That sounds amazing. Now, you're 57 years old. According to Forbes magazine, you're worth around $800 million. And I wanted to talk to you, David Copperfield, because there's a young magician, he's kind of up and coming compared to you, called Cosentino here in Australia. Have you heard of Cosentino?
I haven't. I'm not sure. It's not ringing a bell, but I'm sure he's great. And I may have probably met him or seen him, but I'd love to see his work someday.
Okay, well, he cites you as his biggest influence. So tell me, how do you keep it real and how do you keep it exciting for yourself?
You know, you can change it up all the time. I do about 15 shows a week with no days off. You know, I take these little vacations every now and then. I continue to do new stuff all the time in the show, trying to test the boundaries and push the boundary of what we're doing. We're trying to inspire people in many ways. I'm very flattered that if I gave someone some inspiration to be a magician, that's awesome. We're trying to inspire people through magic to find what they think is impossible in their own lives. So we're trying to take magic as a metaphor to show what people think are impossible can be achieved, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
How do you feel about these reports recently that magicians like yourself and David Blaine are more like celebrity stuntmen than actual magicians? What's your response to that?
Well, there's nothing really new. You know, Houdini back in the day would escape from things. You always push the boundaries. Things go wrong. It makes it exciting for the audience. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. They do sometimes, and I've been hurt a few times doing this stuff. It's part of the vernacular of what we do. You know, it's, to just taking risks and that educated risks. You know, you study, you prepare, you have a great team. Things do go wrong, and I think that does keep it exciting for the audience, but hopefully we got to maintain our health at the same time.
Project Magic is the project that David Copperfield, world's most famous magician, is involved in. You can find out more on our website. Thanks for talking to us this morning.
Good talking to you. Be good.